Hey Simmers, I'm Miss Management and I wanted to show you one of my favourite ways to play The Sims 4, which is flower farming. And I started doing this after playing Stardew Valley and I thought, why not do it in The Sims? And it turns out it is pretty lucrative, so you can make a lot of money by doing it. Basic concept is you want to start out with whichever flowers you can get and work your way up to more expensive ones, and you'll be able to sell your plants daily for a massive profit. So I will be using some features from the Eco Lifestyle Pack and the Seasons Pack, so I apologise if you don't have those. Because of the Seasons Pack, we're starting in summer, and if you're starting from a new game, you can choose which season, so it's perfectly up to you. So the Eco Lifestyle Pack gives you this vertical garden planter, and the Seasons Pack enables me to purchase Patchy, who will help me with gardening. If you don't have these, there's workarounds, so don't worry too much, but they just help a little bit. So I'm going to purchase some seeds from the garden planter, some starter flowers. And we got some daisies and bluebells, and it's not quite what I want. And if I purchase seeds from this vertical garden, we get vertical garden flowers. And I got a rose, which is exactly what I'm looking for. This has a higher percentage chance to drop better flowers, basically. So I do purchase seeds from the vertical garden instead. And this enables me to get 4 roses planted nice and early. I want my plants planted ASAP so they can grow ASAP so I can make money ASAP. And it's not a bad idea to choose the gardening career. I chose a different one, but I will get into that later. You can also purchase seeds on the computer, but another thing you can do on the computer is purchase gifts for yourself. So gardening, and scroll down, you can purchase seasonal fruits here. This is really kind of like a lottery. I sometimes just purchase a bunch of winter plants and see what I get, because sometimes you'll get uncommon plants and sometimes you won't. But the most important thing from this gifts, especially if you don't have the Eco Lifestyle Pack, is you can just purchase roses straight from here. They are a bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. So I'm getting my little flower garden going. It won't look so pretty later on as I build this greenhouse with orchids, but that's later. So I'm gonna have a look around the neighborhood and see what is around. I noticed that lilies are in bloom because it is summer, and that is awesome because lilies are profitable. So I'm going to harvest all these lilies up and take them home and plant them. Because I have outdoor retreat, I can make my own planter boxes, and I just felt like doing this, but you definitely don't have to. You can purchase them from build buy mode, or you can just plant your plants right on the ground as well. I just find this saves some space. Now for plant grafting, which is a tiny bit of a spoiler. I'm not sure if you want to just see how you go on your own, so don't listen to the next 10 seconds if you don't want to know. But grafting a tulip and a snapdragon will give you the chance to grow orchid flowers, and that's what I really want. So now my splice plants have a chance to grow orchid flowers, and it might take a while. We'll see how long. Alrighty, it's been 1 week since we started, and I have my first orchid flower, and I'm going to plant that baby straight away. We're already doing pretty good on money, so I've hired a gardener just because it makes things a bit easier. He takes about 150 to 200 simoleons a day, and that's the equivalent of me pretty much giving him a rose, which I would do. So the more orchids I get, the more lilies I remove. I started filling my greenhouse up with lilies, and now that I have more orchids, I'm just going to slowly get rid of the lilies and slowly add orchids. I should also mention that this is a greenhouse and not just a regular room, so just create a room in The Sims and remove the floor, and you want to make sure that your roof tiles are made of glass so that the light can shine through and your plants can grow. This is another plant splash spoiler, so block your ears for the next 10 seconds if you don't want to know. That a tulip grafted with a chrysanthemum, yes, makes birds of paradise. So Now we're starting to make some pretty serious money. My little flower arranging thing is filled with a decent amount of flowers already, so it's pretty much up to me at this point whether I keep flowers or sell them. I could keep planting more orchids, I guess, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I just decided to stop here for now, but wait, you'll see.
Kirasha.
So I have my first nice quality orchid. My plants don't evolve as quick as they otherwise would if they were outdoors, but I like having them in the greenhouse so that they grow all year round. And this is worth $100 more than the normal quality flower, so definitely well worth it. So the longer you have these plants and the more you evolve them, the more money you're gonna make. Once you hit level 10 gardening, you can purchase rare plant seeds, and I recommend doing this from the computer instead of build buy mode. Sometimes I can purchase up to about 50 packets of these at a time, depending on what flower I'm after or what plant I'm after and whether or not they drop for me. So we're almost at 1 million. Yeah, there's the million.
Huh? Oh!
Something you might have noticed is that I have these hydroponic planters that started popping up a bit later on in the game, and that's because I have eco lifestyle and I went on the civil planning career. And with this you get a little tablet and you create blueprints, and you just need to keep on creating blueprints until the corporation approves it, and then you'll be able to fabricate these at the fabrication station. Another thing you might have noticed is that my sim is green, and this is because she's a plant sim. So if you didn't encounter a bunch of different magic beans through the rare seed packets, I don't know how, but those are used to put in a magic tree stump, and you'll be able to give that a water, travel to a magical portal, you'll come home with a forbidden fruit, and if you eat the forbidden fruit, you'll become a plant sim. As you can see, flowers equal profit. If you need another rundown, that's get flowers, plant flowers, harvest flowers, plant flowers, harvest flowers, sell flowers. And if you just keep doing this and keep getting higher level flowers and more rare flowers, you don't actually even have to do flowers. I'm not forcing you to be a flower farmer. You can be a fruit farmer, you can be a vegetable farmer, you can be whatever kind of farmer you want. I don't really mind. But this is basically my process for making a lot of money in The Sims while having a little bit of fun at the same time. I was doing other activities with my sim whilst I planted and harvested all of these, so I'm sure that you could probably make a lot more money if you did it a different way. This is just how I did it. I am vaguely interested in seeing how far I can go with this, so I might see how much I can make just within the first week, only using flower farming. That would potentially be a future video. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I'm also thinking about building a mansion underneath this and having like a greenhouse on top. So let me know if that's something you'd want to see as well. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped or was at least entertaining in some aspect. Please give it a like if you did like it, and happy simming. Thank you so much. This is Mismanagement out.